subscribe to Sweetpeas. Today I have a floral plus abstract nail art design for you. This is the easier one that we're going to be looking at this week. Tomorrow I have a more detailed floral, but this one is super easy, kind of stress-free, and kind of fun to do actually because we are only using 3 colors plus white and a gray. So 3 polishes, a white polish, and for the gray I use an acrylic paint. So let's take a look at the main 3 colors of these because I'm using 3 shades from the newer China Glaze collection. The first one is Chill in Symphonville, which you guys will know from watching the China Glaze swatch video I was not a fan of, but I'm loving it for art. Then we have Can't Stop Branchin, and then this really neat kind of chartreuse green that is called It's All Techno. So first off, we're going to start with, of course, a base coat and your choice of a white. Lately, I have been using the Nails Ink white just because it was on my desktop, but of course, any white that you have on hand will work for this. And I also like to try to pick one coat or whites, but if you need 2 coats, I mean, that's not bad either. But now we're going to, of course, I've let that dry thanks to movie magic, and now I'm going in with kind of a gray acrylic paint, and I am putting in these kind of elongated dots. I don't know, I mean, what you would call these technically, but I'm putting little clusters of these on my nails. I average about like 2 clusters per nail, but this really kind of just depends on the spaces that you are working with. If your nail is smaller, you might only want 1 cluster, or you might want smaller clusters. It's really just up to you. And also, a fun thing to do is offset them and not necessarily make them equally shaped or anything. Just kind of do it sporadically and make it a lot of fun. Now we're moving on to the next part, and at this point you kind of want the gray to have dried, but we are not touching it at this point. We're using the Chill in Symphonville and just putting a little swoosh of it on the side. Then I am taking Can't Stop Branchin and I'm putting little very imperfect circles, which are actually going to act as flowers. And actually, I forgot to mention earlier that we are using white acrylic paint as well. I forgot about that. Now I'm going in with some white acrylic paint, and I am kind of just putting a whole bunch of C's all facing towards a little circle in the middle of the flower and connecting them, as you guys can kind of tell here. And as you repeat this over and over again, it starts to look like petals, and that is like my favorite trick for doing a flower. Of course, it's not like super perfect because we are working on a super tiny canvas, but the great thing is that from afar it's gonna look like a flower for the most part, which is really good because then you don't have to stress about it being perfect. And I'm gonna continue to do this on the other flower. Now I'm going to go in with the chartreuse green. It's called It's All Techno, and I'm going to put in these kind of branches. They're kind of like leaves, but we're putting multiple leaves on them. So kind of similar to what you guys saw in the intro illustration, where they're just going to have like little blobs coming off the sides. Again, these details do not have to be super precise. We're working on a tiny canvas, and from afar, it's going to look decent, I would say. And that is kind of like the one of the best things about tiny nail art, is that nobody's going to be super close to your nails paying attention, so you can kind of wing it here. And then at that point I'm going to put on top coat, and as you guys can tell, I switched nails because I forgot to film the nail that you guys saw me paint. But I put on a matte top coat, and here is what it all looked like together. I did add an accent nail of the Glitterific from this same China Glaze collection. But of course, you could do that on all of the nails, plus have like the art as an accent nail. Whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. You do not have to feel like you need to do it on all of your nails because nail art is time consuming, and if you don't feel up to it, that's fine. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Maybe it kind of just ease your mind, take your stress, take your mind off of things, or maybe you actually found something you want to try. So I hope you are having a wonderful day. I will see you back here tomorrow with another new video. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye!